welcome back. If you missed part 1 of our conversation with Derek Lott, we encourage you to go back and start there. But if you're jumping in, here's what you need to know. Derek is an executive leader, author, and world-class public speaker who finished top 8 at the 2025 World Championship of Public Speaking. In part 2, we pick up right where we left off, diving deeper into his philosophy on courage, connection, and what it truly means to show up for yourself and others.
To me, there's this third piece, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm trying to put my finger on it, but we've all experienced this, but can you go a little bit further? Can you go a little bit deeper about what happened or how it changed you and still get them to go, oh, there is a third part. And I'm trying to figure out that third part because I think there's something a little bit more. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. The depth of your story is through reflection. A lot of times people will tell a story and they get the story down and they have the story down.
Sure.
And I will say, it's just not deep enough. You haven't gone deep enough.
Mm-hmm.
And well, what do you mean? I said, well, tell me what was going on in your life out around that story.
There you go.
What was happening with the characters? When I talk about being fatherless in Forward March, there was an interview I did where I talked a little deeper about it. And I remember my mom being a single mom and trying to keep a household and raise a kid and other different things in a career where she was being paid 30 to 40% less than her counterparts that happened to be men.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting shorted.
Sure.
Trying to make ends meet. She would cry herself at night.
Mm-hmm.
And that reflected on me that, man, I'm going through this, but she is going through too. Wow. In my other story about my grandfather, I lost my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most difficult day in my life.
Yeah.
But going deeper into the story, I realized it was the most difficult day in my granddad's life.
See, there's the third thing.
It's not about you.
Right.
We focus so much on ourselves. So when we get the story right for us and our perspective, we're like, ta-da, what a story.
He's talking about R.J. Chapman's first year in Toastmasters. I did a lot of ta-da.
Right? When it's going to visit grandma and you realize the care that grandma took to receive you.
Mm-hmm.
The house was nice and tidy and the smell of Southern cooking coming from the kitchen.
Oh, he's killing me right now.
Granddad was out in the back working on his car because he was always under the hood of a car.
That was good. That was really good.
You can see him, hey, son, wiping his hands off, come reach you and that type of thing. You could smell things.
Yeah.
You wondered why. As I come into this room and I look at all of your Navy medallions, they all mean something.
They all have a story.
What's that one? Where'd that one come from? Where's that one? It's the curiosity.
Yes.
You're not just trying to create a story. You're finding the nature of things, the existence of things, all of it. It's a special place when you go there. It's the zone. I don't know if you saw the movie Soul, the animated movie Soul. It's an animated movie, but he goes into the zone and he starts playing the piano and everything disappears. He goes into this state and he's in this amazing place.
I think you go there a lot. I'm not kidding.
I actually do when I was on the World Championship stage. So when I talk about this courage culture.
Yep.
Courage culture for me is not about everyone gets a medal. I want to be very clear. First is first.
Sure.
Okay? And should be celebrated as first. Yeah. However, everyone who steps into the arena has done preparation, has done what it takes to find themselves in that place, and therefore acknowledgement. I think Toastmasters does a really good job of that.
I do too.
They acknowledge everyone, the effort,
Yeah.
why this is important. You're 2 years old, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I bring home these hideous finger paintings. Mom, look what I made for you. Everybody else in the family is like, oh my God.
Another one of those.
I know where this is going. She leans over. Oh,
Right.
is this for me? Yeah. It's so precious.
Yeah.
She rummages in that kitchen drawer that has everything but nothing. She runs
The junk drawer.
junk drawer and finds a magnet
I knew the magnet was coming.
and places it on the refrigerator.
Nice.
Steps back and says, beautiful. For a kid, you're beaming. You're Picasso. You're like, oh my God, oh, this is great. Yeah, eventually you learn, hey, Mom, can you take that picture down? It's absolutely hideous.
When you go to Toastmasters and talk about that, it's like table topics and you're a visitor and you win.
Yes, right. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
that was terrible. That was short of awful. But the point being, effort.
Yes.
And applauding effort and showing up to give people their flowers for showing up and being in the arena is just as important. And we have to celebrate that. And that's where the stories really get rich, because that's where courage is. We've defined courage that roars with results.
Right.
Well, courage is the quiet stillness of effort and trying and trying and trying yet again.
It's such a big world. It is such a big world, and I don't think you can get around this world all the way. I think you're going to be 20,000 miles into it. You still got 4,000 miles, and boom. I have, and you know, another thing I really like about, and I've learned from you, and I can't implement it. I just cannot implement the pause.
Oh,
It's a very difficult for me to do.
secret time.
Good. Tell me a secret.
Secret, yeah. So in the book, there are over 150 champion notes. I really encourage everyone to grab that book who's interested in public speaking, communicating from the stage. It is the new science. It is the new innovation. What you're going to learn in there will be extremely helpful. There are 2 chapters from my coaches. So there's a coach input on that book as well, which I thought was so important. And I talk about the importance of a coach, and then I introduce them.
Yes.
So I did a whole chapter on why coaching is important, pick the right coach for you, and so forth. And then I say, and at this time, it's time for you to meet my coaches.
And it's so great. I haven't got there yet because, but when you're talking about them in the story in the beginning, though, you say things about Linda that I can see and understand that is her. And then you say things about Lisa, and I go, yep, that's a Lisa line right there. And so I can see where you're taking both of those lines, massaging them, working them in, but you still are, as you say, the CEO of your speech.
That's it.
You do make the decisions. You know, I'm Will's speech coach this year, which is a wild, not true.
You're doing a great job.
Which is not true. But I said, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? He goes, no, it kind of takes away from my story. And the more I thought about it, I thought, yeah, you're right. You know,
Well,
he's
here's
taking
the thing.
charge.
Here's the thing. If you believe something, your job as a coach is to believe what you believe.
Right.
His job is to decide.
And it's funny you say that, too, because I had a different ending to this thing that he's doing. And Lisa asked you at this one meeting, said, why didn't you do this at the end? She said the same thing I did. And then he goes, well, it kind of takes away from the story. She goes, you know, you're right.
That happens all the time. So I had the same thing with Lisa and Linda, because I also have other people I will ask for advice from who may have been on the world stage or participated in the semifinals. And Jay Cammie and Kevin Stamper actually said a couple of things. And I said, yes, I'm going to do that. And Linda and Lisa were over there like, really? I told you that over a month ago.
Just a different voice.
It's just sometimes you need different voices. Through the multitude of counsel, there is wisdom.
Yes.
So,
And one last thing here, and then I'm going to give you a present today because I just love you so much. The part about get it, and and then don't mess with it, especially the day of the contest. I got some great tips the day of the contest, and I tried to implement, and I didn't fumble the ball, but it wiggled. And if that ball wiggles in front of Toastmasters, you're done, sir. Done. So that was a good tip in here. Don't be messing with it an hour before you go on.
It's important to set things and allow them to congeal, I guess I would say.
Percolate. Yeah.
As you're working on that speech, you need it to harden so that it becomes like a limb. It becomes very... It's the utility of that speech, because it's not about the speech. It's about the experience you're able to create from the speech.
Right.
Let me say that again.
Do so.
The speech itself is a utility that will help you create an experience for your audience. And there is the pause. I do not speak sentences. I speak thoughts that create experience. As I'm speaking now, you hear me.
Yes.
I will pause after a thought. It may not be a complete sentence, but it creates experience.
Dang, I think I can do it now. I'm going to try.
So what's the thought? When I am talking, I will hear sentences, but then I will boil it down into a thought. What's the thought? Because people catch thoughts.
Yes.
Whenever I will present, people will say, man, you got so many gems. There were just so many gems that I took away. There were so many thoughts. And those thoughts are provoked.
Yeah, and it kind of goes into their unconscious. They don't even really know you just touched them there, but they felt something. One of the greatest...
Pause allows it to penetrate and take that time for it to do the work. We're always changed by words that come out of someone's mouth.
Yes.
I'm changed by what I'm saying. You're changed by what I'm saying. I'm changed by what you're saying.
Ooh.
All communication changes people.
Yes.
All communication changes people. The question is, was the change able to be solidified? Could you, or it stick?
Mm-hmm.
When you leave a speech, it's short-term versus long-term. That's why we create things like acronyms. We create rhythms, alliteration, different approaches to allow people to capture it, memorize it, and take it from short-term and help it get into that long-term memory.
Yeah, that's really good. And I was thinking that I think the biggest compliment I've ever got when I spoke, and I'm sure you would agree, this is probably the biggest compliment you can get. This lady comes up to me, Maria Martinez. I love her to death. And she goes, it was a year later. And she goes, I really loved your speech at conference. I said, well, what did you like about it? You know, I'm all about me, right? What did you like about it? She goes, I don't know. I don't know anything what I liked about it, but I know how it made me feel. Boy, is that that's giving me goosebumps just saying it. That's the key, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I think that's something you do extremely well, is evoke emotional connection.
Yeah, I think but you know, guys like you are going to make me a lot. But guys and gals like all of you out there are going to make all of us a lot better. We're all getting better.
Absolutely.
Did you pull it off 100% at the finals?
That speech?
Yeah.
I nailed it.
I know you did.
I nailed it. I felt so good about it. And I learned so much. I used to have this thought that you didn't acknowledge the audience while you were speaking. But if you notice that speech, if you watch me, I deliver a couple of lines and I actually smile because the audience applauses. The audience applause is interrupting, and it makes me feel good.
And you're acknowledging.
And I'm acknowledging, thank you. And
yes.
I'm learning that, again, this is part of the journey. It is okay to say, thank you. You know, that was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Like that. You like that.
There's another one coming.
To interact with the audience a bit more and not just deliver to them, but engage them. And that's something I'm learning to get better at. The champion was an absolute genius at that. He actually looked at them and said,
I remember.
He did that. And I was like, can you do that? You can't.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess you can. It's okay.
Yeah.
And let them know that you see them and that they see you. And this is a conversation. The
Yes.
biggest goal of a speaker or someone that stands on stage and addresses an audience is that one to many must become one to one. They need to feel like you see them. And you know you've done that at the end. Oh, you felt like you were talking to me.
You're right.
You were talking to me.
That's the best.
And you go, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you?
It's a secret. The audience involvement thing, real quick. I love this. Will goes, roof over your head, clothes on your back, food on your, and everybody goes, table. And he goes, you've heard that one. So that's a cool little in thing with the audience,
Absolutely.
And there's another one. He's got check yes or no, and they'll go no or whatever is this. I love that, involving the audience. Don't be afraid to work with them a little bit.
Absolutely. The more you engage them, the more they take over.
Sure.
And they pull things through. I used to think it was the other way. I would think, oh, they're interrupting what I'm trying to do. This is it. You leave space for the audience to celebrate with you. As you know, victory is one of the most important things, and the element of your speech that I think delivers the most to your audience, because it allows them to believe that they can have victory in their lives. So if you have a speech and there's not this victorious moment of achievement and accomplishment and overcoming,
Sure.
that they can realize that my effort leads me to that. So now I can celebrate the work that I'm doing because there is something out there for me.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I don't have to know what it is. All I need to do is I need to just keep being the person that I am. I'm good enough. The work that I'm doing, what I believe, what I'm called to do in this great tapestry of our existence is good enough. And it'll be whatever it is.
It's it means so much, and it means so much for me to have you here today, but it means so much when you give feedback, and you always give feedback. I gave a little speech the other day at Global Leaders. It was called The Transporter, and it was about the first radio, and, did a little singing in it or something, and I got done. I went to the back because I saw you there. I said, Derek, I give it about an 8. And you go, RJ, that was a 10. And I'm like, and then you said, but you could do this little thing right here when you're sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the time.
Okay. But, I mean, that song.
I know.
Right? You could have trashed the speech and delivered that song
I know.
for 10 minutes and given them an experience.
They went back. It was.
Oh my gosh, that song, and you just remember where you were, what you were doing, and you start swaying. You're sitting on the
I'm very good at that.
watching the time roll away. And you can hear them.
I know
I was
you
waiting
can
for
hear
you to
'em.
whistle.
I
can't whistle.
I'm gonna have to
I was
practice.
waiting for that. I was like, man.
Otis,
And then
man.
you went on I think.
Oh, then we went Bridge Over Troubled
We're
Water.
just moving.
Yes.
We're just moving on.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's, you know what? This audience wants to stay right here.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
See, there you go, working with the audience again.
Yeah.
Maybe sing a little more. Maybe throw in the whistle, like you said.
Hey, I think about it. It's similar to when you're a child and you're trying to get the attention of an adult. You're like, okay, can we do this? Can we do this? All right, go ahead. Or they'll come and they'll play with you. Be like, no, I want you to sit down. I don't want you to rush. I want you to see me. I want you to enjoy, interact with me.
Patience.
Can we do this? And then you come to yourself and you say, oh, I'm sorry. And you release and you sit there and you have that moment. Again, we're rushing and chasing after something. Most of the time, won't matter.
That's a good point.
If you think about everything you did to earn your paycheck, the only thing you really worried about was the paycheck. You don't go back and say, all those things, this. You don't really reflect on those things. You reflect on the size of that paycheck and did it cover your bills?
Yes.
And that's a sign of performance culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you bring up the pause. We're going to have to pause here, and I want to give you my book. because I loved your book.
Yes. I'm gonna get one.
Have you gotten letters from Bob?
I haven't got letters from Bob.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm going to sign it for you when we leave.
All right.
Your own personal copy.
There it is.
Letters from Bob is doing pretty good. And let's not forget A Speaker's Journey to the World Stage.
Yes.
These are both on Amazon. And do you
Absolutely.
get that whole package of stuff that I got on Amazon?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay.
You do not get this. So what he's talking about is there's a special community that I call the Victory Collective because I strongly believe in victory. And the Victory Collective group received a special package. It came with a commemorative coin. It came with some other things. And that was a labor of love. You can request it.
yeah.
And maybe I'll put one together for you. But that was a special thing. Now, having said that, I do want to say something to you because I gave you one. I want your listeners and watchers.
It's Christmas.
I gave RJ one of these guys.
Yes.
It says, I applaud you. And on the back it says, applause multiplies courage. Courage changes culture. Silence is easy. Recognition is powerful. You are seen. I'm going to give you another one of these so you can share it with someone else. I pass that to you because I told you I wrote that book, A Speaker's Journey to the World Stage, in 30 days.
Right.
I've just finished a manuscript for Applause. Oh, that's the title, Applause, Creating a Courage Culture. And I'm excited about it. It's a lot of what we talked about today. Applaud people who are out there making a contribution. And you will see them everywhere once you start. In the grocery store, the person stocking the shelves,
Bagging
the
your
person
stuff.
that stops doing their job to help you.
Right.
The person who makes your drink again at Starbucks, who doesn't complain, but smiles and say, sure, even though you asked for the order the way you did, they're not complaining. They're doing a great job. You can see people doing extra effort. I've watched people doing jobs we would probably not even pay attention to.
Sure.
And you can see
Yes.
the care and you can see the excellence in which they're doing it. I pass them a card. They look at me crazy. I'm like, no, literally, I just want to applaud you because you're doing a great job.
Along those lines, you know what I've just started doing this in the last 6 months. I pay my bill and I write them a very nice note
I like that.
every time. And I don't just say, great job, had fun. I kind of give them like a little Toastmaster feedback to the speech, couple of things, but I never say anything bad because I'm very thankful for them taking care of me. And I want them to understand that I appreciate their effort.
That is awesome. You just gave me something. You gave me a
Okay.
takeaway.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
all that's free.
Thanks for having me. I
Hey,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for coming, Derek. I really enjoyed it. And thank you for all your help in the last couple of years for whatever I'm trying to do.
Anytime.
Great job.
Work.